Hi, everybody. This is Mr. Scott, and today we're going to be talking about how to write a good ID on your quizzes and tests in US history. So, I know the first thing you're probably wondering is what in the world is an ID? Well, the short answer is that it's a 4 to 5 sentence response asking you to talk about a person, place, concept, event, or idea in history, and ultimately wrap it up with an explanation of the significance of that person, place, concept, event, or idea. 4 to 5 sentences, basically a paragraph, not a very long paragraph, but 4 to 5 sentences, basically asking you to explain this certain topic and ultimately it explain its significance in US history. So, to give you an example, let's say on a quiz or a test, I asked you to talk about George Washington. So you would probably spend the first couple of sentences, I would say about 2 to 3 sentences, talking about who George Washington was. What did George Washington do? Where did George Washington grow up, possibly? That helps you explain his decision making down the road. The who, what, when, and where. Basically, the fact driven knowledge that ultimately describes his background a bit. So let's say somebody who was reading your response on a test didn't really know too much about US history. These 2 to 3 sentences would set the stage. This is your chance to flex your knowledge, your recall knowledge, and explain who this person was, what did this concept entail, where did this battle take place, basically the who, what, when, and where. From there, you would write 1 to 2 sentences explaining the why and the how this event matters or this concept matters or why are we even talking about this topic? How does this topic draw back to the main ideas that we've been studying in US history to this point? So, with George Washington, his significance. Why does George Washington matter and affect our understanding of US history? Why, if you were to write about the Constitution, for instance, did we care about the Constitution? Why should we care about these events? And why are these events, these concepts, these topics significant to our understanding of history today? So approach the ID like this: set the stage for the first couple of sentences, and then ultimately 1 sentence, maybe even 2 sentences, explaining the significance of that topic. And ultimately, what I'm looking for, what's going to make a good as opposed to a great ID. A good ID merely just states the facts and then goes with the significance. A great ID, one that's going to get you the most points, is really going more into depth, really going into more detail about why this event matters, really making a sophisticated approach about why this person matters, why this concept matters, why should we care about this topic. Ultimately, what I want to see is a sophisticated logical thought process that ultimately not only answers the question, but also helps shed some light on why we should care about this event or this concept in practice. So, really thinking through your answer, making it nice, well organized, well structured. It's only 4 to 5 sentences. So you don't have to knock yourself out about an outline or anything like that, but just a nice, smooth, methodical response. All I need is 4 to 5 sentences. Make that person glow, make that concept glow, and do that with some very strong writing. We've gone over some good writing tips in class already, but this is like a good chance to kind of hone that all in, hone in all that knowledge that you know about this person, this concept, this topic, this idea, and condense it to 4 to 5 sentences so that somebody who could be reading these IDs could really get the gist of it and ultimately have a better understanding for it. So really think of it through that lens. And for the quiz on Monday, you only have to do 2 IDs, but for the test, you have to do 3 IDs. So this is good practice for you to kind of think about how to condense your knowledge about a certain topic. Think about that when you write your IDs, 4 to 5 sentences, 2 of those on the quiz on Monday. If you have any questions, let me know. Have a good one, everybody.